Thanks for tuning into Stocks with Antonio. I'm going to be talking about Applied Digital, APLD. But before we get into it, I got to go over some important things. Right now, the stock market, we have so much going on in the world that it is going to impact your money if you're invested. So you want to be paying attention to the news. Yes, it's important to look at charts, and a lot of people just focus on the charts. And I'm not saying that that's not important. You want to be looking at the candles, you want to see the volume, you want to see the RSI, you want to be paying attention to those things, but you also got to be paying attention to what's going on in the world. And right now, for 2026, the month of February, we have so much coming at us that it is going to impact the stock market either in a positive way or a negative way. And right now, you have some bad news that's been coming out, and the stock market will start to go green, and then it's like a trick almost, and then it starts to go red. So, for example, Walmart. Walmart came out with their earnings on Thursday, and they missed on guidance. That's a big deal, right? Walmart at first was pumping green. Now, I noticed when it missed on guidance, I said this is going to pull back in, and now Walmart is pulling back. So you got to pay attention to those things. Walmart missed on guidance if you're wondering why it's been pulling back. Also, uh, the GDP and PCE that we got today, Friday, right? That didn't come out good. We also have talks about a possible war with Iran. So that's definitely not good. And then the Supreme Court strike down most of Trump's tariffs, and he's not happy about it. Okay. So who knows what's going to happen, right? The market's going to be digesting a lot of the information that we got this week over to the weekend. And I have no idea on Monday if we're going to get a green day, a red day. So right now, when it comes to short-term trading, I'm not holding anything overnight. So if you can call me at this point, if I'm looking to make money short-term, I'm a day trader. I'm getting in and out. Now, did I do any plays? I did because I had an opportunity to be in front of the computer. If I cannot be in front of the computer, I'm not trading. So if I'm busy with work, I got something going on, I'm not going to be trading short term unless I could just be right on the computer, ready to push the buttons. So what I did today, this morning, that I had an opportunity, I went and did a call option on Grawl. Sorry if I mispronounced it. I know sometimes people eat me in the comments when I mispronounce, but ticker symbol is GRAIL. I did a call. Man, this thing was moving at 9:30 when the market opened. I watched it, and I got out of it before 10 o'clock, and I made some profit on it. So that was good. And I did a call option on the SPY, saw the SPY pumping, and I made a small profit. Didn't make anything crazy. It was a small profit, but I was thankful, especially on a day that we had like today. If you were trading, you saw the market was green and red. It was a mixed. So grateful to make a profit today. Let me know in the comments if you made a profit. If you did, just leave in the comments, just put P, so I know that you made profit. Everyone that watches can see that. So that'll be you celebrating, and I'll definitely be leaving you a heart. I'll be happy for you because I like the viewers that watch this to be doing well in their portfolio. Now, I wanted to talk about popular data center stock, right? That's what the title was about, Applied Digital. If you've been following my channel, if you've seen some of my videos, you know I'm a fan of Applied Digital. It is a company that I got into in 2025 and made a lot of profit. It's gone a long way since 2025. Some of you that are watching this probably found out about it in 2025 and probably are up quite a bit. And that's always exciting when you buy a stock under $10 and it starts to beat expectations, starts to do well in earnings, revenues increasing, all the great stuff that Applied Digital has done recently. But we did get some negative news not too long ago. NVIDIA sold out of Applied Digital. Now, I know there's people making videos saying that it's not a big deal. I've seen companies that NVIDIA sold out of and the stock price tanked. In 2025, I saw when they sold out of Serve Robotics and Applied Digital tanked. And usually when NVIDIA would buy a stock, it would do really well. Now, I'm starting to see Applied Digital going down. It's been selling off since February 10th. It was holding above the $30, which I liked because I thought this thing would go down quicker. So it did surprise me. But now finally it broke that $30 price. and it's under $30. I believe this thing is headed to $25. The reason I'm making this video is if you see it pulling down and you might say, oh man, is there any way I can make money besides doing a put option? You could get into APLZ. The goal of APLZ is to 2x Applied Digital. So if in this case, when Applied Digital goes down, APLX, not APLX, sorry, APLZ, very important. APLZ goes up when Applied Digital goes down. When Applied Digital goes up, then APLX would go up, and it tries to 2x APLD when it's going up, and then when it's going down, APLZ is an ETF, a 2x ETF. So when you're doing those, though, they're meant pretty much for day trading, short-term trading. You don't want to hold these long-term. They're very risky. Now, you may be wondering what I'm doing. I'm not even going to be honest, I'm not even going to get into APLZ. I'm not going to get into APL X. I sold off some shares at a profit. And right now, I think the best thing with how the market's being is if you're going to trade, try to get in and out within a day. Now, anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell, and it's not financial advice. It's what I'm doing. It's my opinion. So I'm looking to get in and out on my shorts. And what I'm doing in a moment like this, I'm putting my money into long-term investments because since the market's pulling back, this is a great opportunity to start nimbling. Since I don't know where the bottom is, no one knows, but I'm seeing the market pulling back. I'm nimbling on some of my favorite stocks like the Mag 7. And when it comes to the Mag 7, I'm buying right now Amazon. Also, if right now you don't like the stock market and you don't want to, let's say, focus too much on common stocks, you want to do something a little bit safer, right now could be a great opportunity to look into buying some growth ETFs. And some good ones you may want to check out is VOO. Okay, you got VUG. So go ahead and do some research. But right now, if you want to diversify your portfolio without buying a bunch of different common stocks or having to worry about that, you might want to just focus on buying shares into an ETF that's already doing that for you, right? And there's a lot of good ones. I just mentioned two. I think in a market like this and a pullback with a lot of uncertainty, it's a good opportunity to get into a good ETF and dollar cost average. So as the price goes down, try to get some more. So that is something else I'm doing. So right now you may be wondering, well, what are you buying? Are you buying a bunch of common stocks and are you buying a bunch of ETFs? No. I'm buying Amazon because I believe in Amazon and it's been pulling back. And I'm going to be taking some of my money and putting it in VOO, a good growth ETF. And now I've had VOO for a long time. It's performed really well in my portfolio. In moments of uncertainty, I think it's a great opportunity to continue adding. And my short term, really now is day trading. I'm getting in and I'm getting out. I don't want to even sleep. I don't want the market to close and sleep on anything that I'm looking short term. So with my money, I'm focusing long term. And if I decide to do short term, it's when I can be right on the computer. I'm looking to get in and out. And very important, use a stop loss. Sometimes you might have to take a small hit, but it's better to take a small hit than let your losses continue to grow. Because one important thing that's going to keep you in the market and give you the opportunity to make profits, right, is preserving and protecting your capital. That's very important. If you're having a bad day trading, if you took a small loss, don't revenge trade. Don't go try to do a bunch of trades because you won't be thinking clearly. So today I told myself, hey, max 2 trades. Sometimes I may just do one, but I'm not going to revenge trade. If I get in a position where I lose, I'm using my stop loss, and my goal is to not lose any more than 10%. Now, you may go into stock and you might just want to do 5%. That's up to you. I'm just letting you know sometimes I do 10%, sometimes I do 5%, but I want to do everything I can to protect my capital and continue growing it. And I wanted to share that with you because I made a lot of videos about Applied Digital. Wanted to let how I'm feeling at the moment. Because there's a lot of people who make videos about APLD or any stock. They'll tell you that it's going to the moon. And if anything changes, sometimes they don't update you. Right now on APLD, I will be cautious and I will be paying attention. In my opinion now, I think the direction's changed since the news came out about NVIDIA selling Applied Digital. I don't think right now it's headed to $40. I think it's heading towards that $25. Now, it doesn't mean that maybe on Monday this thing doesn't start to recover. I don't know any news that can come out over the weekend. It's just my opinion at the moment I'm making this video. If you found this video helpful, please smash the like button. Also, if you haven't done so, please consider subscribing to the channel It really helps out a small channel, so you really be helping me out. I really would appreciate it. It doesn't cost you anything. So hit the subscribe button down below. And I really appreciate you watching, and I'll see you on the next one.